really like this book, Giraffes Can't Dance, because of the rhyming inside and how happy everyone is at the end.
My favourite book is The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis, because I read it when I was very little and I thought that I was the Lucy in the story.
My favourite book is Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendak. I really love the illustrations and it's such a fantastic book in terms of imagination.
My favourite book is The Tiger That Came to Tea. I really like all the pictures and I like how simple the story is.
James and the Giant Peach. I don't know, I love the illustrations.
Because the Dalai Lama's cat, because it made me laugh. It's a very...
My favourite book is The Hobbit. I like this book because of all the crazy adventures that Bilbo gets to go on and the dragons and trolls and all the other creatures that he gets to meet.
So my favourite book is When Jessie Came Across the Sea by Amy Hurst. I really love the story and I really love the pictures.
Okay, my favourite book is The Gruffalo by Julia Donaldson because it is the first book that my child really started enjoying reading and that kind of set her off on the path of discovery.
I really recommend The We Free Men by Terry Pratchett. He writes books for grown-ups, but he writes really funny books for children. And We Free Men is incredibly good fun. It's about a girl called Tiffany who's also a witch and some very badly behaved Scottish gnomes, I think, and it's very funny.
My favourite book is To Kill a Mockingbird because it brings up the subject of prejudice and the fact that everybody's entitled to legal representation and fair rights.
My favourite book is by Michael Maporgo and it's called The Butterfly Lion. And I remember telling this story to some of the deaf children in the base. They just loved it as well. It's really exciting and there's a very sad twist at the end. I won't tell you what it is because I want to encourage you to read it yourselves. It's a really good story.
My favourite book is The Very Hungry Caterpillar because my children always enjoy reading it and calling out the fruits and things that he eats.
I love Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone because it's full of magic and it makes me explore other worlds.
I like James Herriot books. They're humorous and there's lots of cute cuddly animals and lots of cute but impressive big animals.
My favourite book is Animals of Farthing Wood. I think it's my favourite because I like how it tells you about a life and death and it does it through beautiful, nice animals. Yeah, a kind of magical story.
I couldn't think of a favourite book, so I thought I'd choose a favourite author, a guy called Terry Pratchett, who does a wonderful collection of books called Discworld novels, and I think it's his combination of kind of science, fantasy, alongside the comedy that he interjects into it, which makes it absolutely fantastic for me, and I've never been able to put them down. I've tried to collect all of them. I've got a bookshelf stacked full of all Terry Pratchett's Discworld novels. I absolutely love them.
Favourite book is Carbonell by Barbara Slay.
Favorite book is by an African author. He's Chinua Achebe from Nigeria, and he wrote a book called Things Fall Apart. And I like the book. I like the book because of the language he's using. He uses a lot of proverbs. He uses a lot of metaphors, similes, real good linguistic features. Yeah, and that's why I like it.
Okay, my favourite book is Small Gods by Terry Pratchett. And the reason I love it so much is it was given to me one Christmas and it was very apt to the group of people that I was with. And I just spent most of Boxing Day in hysterical laughter. They were all looking at me completely blank as if to say, what on earth is so funny? And it was Terry Pratchett writing about them, although they didn't know it. So that's my favourite book.
My favourite book is Captain Underpants. I love the illustrations, I love the style and the artwork. I think the story is really funny.
The book that I would take on a desert island disc is Alice in Wonderland. I love just falling into a rabbit hole, being really small, really large, and just the adventures she had. That's one of my favourites.